What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing a VOD review of the EMEA Dark Star Cup. This is the 1 cup per set where they mix up the regions. So this is an EMEA versus America's Cup, which is so hyped to watch. And at the end of day one, it's actually very close. So first place, a tie between Gobuster, an European player, and Broseph, an America's player. And then if you even go to second, we have Chinnington and Yobadashi, so America's in EMEA. Then we have Jetasaur Setsuko. It's actually like almost perfect here for the top 8 here in EMEA. The player that I want to focus on today is Broseph, tied for first here, and I was really surprised. If you look at his match history, these are the 6 games that he played today, you will see something, or a lack of something, really. There is no Corki in here. There is no Master Yi. The only AD game he really played is this Xayah game, and the comp that he played the most is this AP Flex Aurelion Soul stuff. 3 games of that line. Really just played a lot, and so I wanted to watch one of his games to see how he's approaching this. It's just kind of crazy in this meta that I think a lot of people were thinking, you know, it's solved. Everybody, we must play AD. I mean, he even has Malware Matrix as his item here. But Broseph is again and again opting into playing this this AP Flex game plan, which is really interesting. And so I want to see how he gets into it. This is also a game where I feel like I was looking at this game, and this is a like when I was watching this game, I was like, this is a bot 4. Like I don't know how he could actually make it out this game. And I know people in the past have been like, hey, can you VOD review? Don't VOD review the high roll games. VOD review the games where everybody goes 8th. No, but I get where you're coming from. You know, VOD review some games that are, you know, a little bit harder to get to. Not the game where they just natural everything. Bros's last game of the day, he rolled down on 8 and found a Blitzcrank 2 on 8. Probably we don't need to VOD review that one. Blitz 2 on 8 is going to be pretty good. But this game, he did face a lot more adversity, and I think there's a lot more interesting stuff that comes from that. So we start off here, speaking of adversity, kind of pretty mediocre opener here. Nothing really upgraded. Not much to talk about looking at our augments here. No, I mean, we almost have items for Stellar Combo, but no Aatroxes, so I don't think that we can really play for that. Pandora's could fix our items, so it's not amazing. 1, 2, 3. In my opinion, is not an augment. 6 gold is just, I don't think you're allowed to take this augment basically ever, but I mean, that's okay. That's just the way of the world, I guess. He's checking some Arbiters, seeing some people playing that. Pandora's here. And I mean, already here, Broseph diverges in an interesting way. I would just take Cognitive Tax here. He takes the tier augment in this spot here, which is really surprising to me. But it just shows his preference for this kind of AP Flex game plan. He's going to take the Combat Arbiter here. Every few seconds gain attack speed for all the Arbiters. And he's going to slam a Shojin here so that we can start stacking up these tiers. So yeah, once again, already kind of an interesting idea. He's opting not to take the Econ augment to start. He's opting into this AP Flex start. He's subbing a Shojin, which is not really an amazing item in most people's estimations, especially because, like, if you're playing into Asol doesn't even want to Shojin that much, so that's going to have to be like your secondary AP item. And he's even going to make a Steadfast Heart, which I think a lot of people, I remember I was watching Weijin Iverson maybe like last week or something, and he was like on a full streak, and he like had to, he was like stopping himself from slamming this item. He was like, I just don't want to slam this item. I do not want to slam this item at all. So yeah, Broso's breaking all the rules here, which you'll love to see, honestly. Pick up the Cho here. So we're at least getting a little bit of an opener here. Is solo frontlining this Mordekaiser just to allow him to get some AoE off here. He's also got the Vanguard shield, so he should be, you know, tanky enough to survive here. So yeah, we'll continue on with this setup here, and it'll be pretty good. Also, I guess while we are kind of chilling in the rounds of this game, just stage 2, where we're going to, I mean, gonna lose this fight and mixed streak here, I will say, check out Marvel Strike Force. Only got a few more days left of the coaching slash sponsorship slash coaching giveaway. So if you guys scan that QR code there, download the game, you guys can get entered into a free coaching giveaway, which is really cool. Random Boon seems great here. I think we can take this for free here, and the rest of the items are a little bit awkward here, I would say. I don't want to take Sword. Yeah, I guess you have to take Chain. Okay, yeah, we'll take Chain here and just live with it. I don't think the Pike is that great, but it's an item. I don't really want another tank item here, but once again, I can live with it, I guess. We get our gold here. It was actually a decent amount of gold. It was one of the Ari boons. So you can feel pretty decent about that. Some econ to help us out with. This guy's Quinzu's Rage Blade. That was a stacking arbiter, right? I thought. Maybe not. Maybe not. Honestly, I'm gonna go back. I'll go check it. Why not? Because I'm a good YouTuber. It was deal damage gain 12 armored Amar. It's like a Diana one. Like, is this guy? Who is this? This is Giosko. I have no familiarity with this player. Looks like they're kind of hard angling Diana here with that. That is crazy. I mean, that's the only thing that you would play this into. We'll see. We'll see what they end up in. I think Broseph wanted to make gold there, but didn't end up actually selling in time here. It's interesting. Like, he's played this stage very tempo-wise. You know, he's holding on to all of these potential upgrades here, holding on to the Lissandra pairs, just saying, in AP Flex, there are a million different units that you can upgrade here. So we're going to hold on to all of them, and surely we'll find something. And slowly but surely, he's finding things. He's finding things like the Leona 2 is this Cho'Gath 2. He has a sneeze coming. No, wait, that's me. Oh, it's one of those sneezes that like I can feel it coming, but it's not quite there yet. It's like almost there. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Okay, well, it's not there yet. It'll come. It'll come with time, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, you get to the end of the stage. If you took a snapshot right here and said, this is your spot, what would you say this game averages? I'd be like, a 6. Like, we have no econ augment, no streak. We have a Shojin slammed. We hit a Zoe 2 here, which is certainly going to help a bit. But to me, this spot looks awful. We get off loot sub here, which is pretty good. Can just grab the JG, I would imagine here. I would be taking Rod here and looking for something to slam here. I guess you can make Void Staff, JG Void Staff here. He's going to have to make Crown Guard Void Staff. Yep, this looks really, really good. And we can always decraft items later. You know, this Rod is really crucial. Eventually, that is on this Crown Guard, we'll probably break this down and turn that into, I mean, we could even break that down and turn it into another JG for a duo carry. But we want to hold on to these items. So at least we have tempo now. That's something that we got going for us. Next augment here, another silver. I think second wind's a decent enough option in this line. Specifically, size matters. I don't think is very good. Augmented power, I don't think is very good. I would just grab the second win here. You have a pretty decent front line. The only thing is, I actually ran into this in one of my games yesterday, is that Crown Guard second win is a pretty bad non-bow, where you're going to get this big shield that is going to prevent you from losing HP, and then you're not going to get a second win proc. So all the more reason to salvager this Crown Guard as we get further into the game. Obviously, we're not going to do it right now because it's a tank item for our tank, and items on tanks are pretty good. We're into this guy who has a Riven itemized here, which is pretty interesting. Space Groove Riven. I feel like I'm being taken back to the start of the set, but we are going to beat it. Oh yeah, this is Dish Soap's game. I'm pretty sure Dish Soap plays a crazy good Space Groove Emblem game, which is, I mean, the more that I watch this tournament, I actually kind of feel like I owe Riot Games an apology. Like, low-key, it seems like they didn't actually need to be patched. Like, the meta has actually opened up, like, drastically over the last last few days, really. There's a lot more reroll that exists. I did the VOD review today of this Jinx reroll line, which I think is quite solid. I played 3 games of this on stream today, and they all went pretty well. I'm actually like a Jinx reroll believer, which is really scary, because speaking of tournaments, I have Tactician's Trials tomorrow, or today, as this video is coming out. You never take Blessing. Well, I was about to say, are we really take Blessing Prosperity? I'm good, man. I am definitely good. You really want the death cap, right? Yeah, I think you just grab this for decap here. Makes a lot of sense. But I have trials, and I'm really not trying to, like, 4th time a comp in tournament. But if I must, I must. So we will see if we must. Get a tiny or a mid-sized dupe here. Not amazing, but you can always use this on something like an Alawi 2 in AP Flex, and it's not the worst. I mean, we do have this Ornn, but I don't think we're gonna make like Ornn 2 here. Seems like not a good thing to do, I would say. Nice little swap from Broseph here to get the Leona over on the right side here, just to make sure that she's sitting in front of this Diana here. And maybe we can actually even, is it copium to say we can win the fight? No, I mean, this Diana items are trash, so yeah, we are gonna win this fight. That is a suspicious bench there. 2 Corkis sitting on bench is a little crazy there. So I mean, that's probably gonna be a problem if they can just teleport to a Corki 2 with a Death Blade. Level up here for the Victor here, which does get us Malware Matrix, which is pretty useless, but it's a 3rd conduit on this board. I feel like we really are, especially after watching Broseph play more today, you know, back in the idea of this, you can play this very flexible AP Flex game plan. You can play around Victor, you can play around Zoe, you can play, you know, the Shepherd package on your board, you can play Vanguards on your board, you can play this weird Brawler setup that we have here that ends up getting the Psionic in. Like, there's so much that you can do in AP Flex that I think, I mean, the line makes a lot of sense to me as something that would be quite playable. Imagine we are going to break down Crown Guard here, turn it into Vow plus Death Cap, that Steadfast might end up actually staying as Steadfast, which is weird. Could end up being Redemption here. We do need Heal Cut at some point, though. I don't know if it's going to come exactly here. Definitely have to wait 1 round here, so we'll see. We are going to salvager this here. Going to make the Death Cap here. The only problem with making Vow is it's going to be We are going to make Guard Breaker here. Okay, so Guard Breaker, yeah, I mean, this is BIS for ASOL, so we definitely want this here. These secondary items can go here, and we can make, I mean, honestly, Vow, Steadfast. Honestly, oh, I was actually thinking just double Vow here, but he likes the Redemption here just for a third real tank item. Okay, I could see it. I could see it. This also does play a little bit better if we miss on the Nunu, and we could just use these on, like, you know, a Mighty Mech or something like that. So I could see it for sure. All right, our roll down is kind of imminent here. We're not that rich is the thing. We didn't take a single Econ augment this game. We didn't have the opportunity to get one. Staffsmith is a great augment, but I'd really prefer Econ here, Reinforcement or something, but we're not going to get the option. We can't take Malicious Monetization, so this is going to have to be our level here with 30 gold to play with. It's very, very tough. We pick up ASOL here, but one of the things that I think is quite interesting about how Broseph plays this line is that, you know, he's open to holding stuff like this LeBlanc here. I feel like this is a unit that a lot of people have written off, said, hey, this LeBlanc unit kind of stinks, but no, he's actually going to play for LeBlanc here. Not going to sell out of the Zoe just yet here because he wants to keep 3 Arbiter on the board for now. Going to move items over to the Rost as the tank here. He got Spark plus the Gwinsu here. The Gwinsu actually, you know, makes a lot of sense with LeBlanc. The Spark obviously pretty rough with the Void Staff here, and we are going to lose this fight to Dish Soap's souped up Arbiter board. So yeah, we're gonna lose this. I wonder, I do think he might swap over to ASOL soon. Like, I don't know if he truly believes that Zoe 2 is better than ASOL. Maybe he does, honestly. I could see it. He's gonna swap out of the Leona here to fit the ASOL in as just another conduit on this board. Decent enough. And I mean, what's Broseph doing here? I mean, he's not playing for any like cookie cutter board. He's not like, I'm gonna always play like XY version of this board. He's just putting the units on the board that makes sense. We didn't hit any Nunus here. We cannot play around 4 Vanguard Nunu. We didn't hit any Mighty Mechs here. What did we hit? We hit a Rost 2. Okay, so let's play around the Rost, use the Rost as our front line, get as many traits in as possible, play around this 3 Arbiter setup for now, which is kind of crazy. Get Roll the Bones here, get some Econ back. We can take a red buff for our LeBlanc, honestly, though she doesn't spread it the best, so we'll see there. But he's not even selling out of the Zoe yet. He's just playing very, very aggressively for strongest board, for just the upgrades that make sense. And he's going to continue to roll here, hopefully find the Aurelian Soul 2 very, very soon here, because I don't know that he's that contested. 1-4. Oh, that is not good. Those are some bad rolls here, but there's the Nunu at least appears. But he can't even sell any of this stuff. Like, he really doesn't want to sell here. So yeah, he's going to make a red buff here. He actually wants to do it this way because he doesn't want to waste the removers. He's got 3 removers. Ideally, this red buff would end up on Zoe here. But he doesn't want to burn an entire remover swapping these items over because Zoe is still the best carry right now. So just like really neat play, really neat stuff. And does he have to lock the Alawi? Oh, I mean, he wants to hold all of this stuff here, so he is going to lock. I mean, it's crazy, but it makes sense. He needs to hold all of this stuff for his board here. Finds ASOL 2. The one mistake that Broseph does make here is that he accidentally makes this. He just makes the unit too quickly, so he ends up having to burn a remover here. Could have just popped the items off, but not the end of the world here. And now that we have the Nunu, now that we have the Alawi, we can dupe the Alawi, put the Alawi onto the board here, have the ASOL 2, and we've kind of not quite made it out yet. I won't say for sure that we've made it out in this spot, but our board's looking pretty good. And we stabilized a lot this stage. If we hadn't played that kind of like mid-strength board earlier this stage, we would have lost a lot more HP, and then this fight would have been horrible. But right now, we're still one off of each of these big upgrades, the Karma 2 and the LeBlanc 2, which we are both keeping, keeping both open here. He's just going to immediately grab this, says, yep, this is good enough here. Just needs some kind of LeBlanc item here. I'm going to try to pop the Gwinsus off, and he does actually successfully pop the Gwinsus off of the Karma, which is huge here, so we don't have to burn a remover there, so we get to save one. And yeah, I mean, he's just trying to put together his board. But yeah, this is the low roll version of the board, the 4 Vanguard version. Instead of playing Blitz plus Bard, which are, you know, like the Giga Cap versions, you can just play Karma plus LeBlanc here. He does actually get caught off guard here by the lucky item chest here off loot sub, so he has to burn a remover here, which is a little bit sad, but it happens. It's easy to miss stuff there. This is Dish Soap's board here. I don't know how he found a Blitzcrank too, but it exists on the board here. This lobby is so high roll is the thing, but look at this. We beat the Blitz here. I mean, we've talked so much about how Aurelian Soul makes a lot of sense against these melee boards. And so just playing this tempo version, you will be able to win fights that other comps might actually lose. You can actually just blow up the Blitz here. He is realizing, by the way, in this spot here, our spot is still not very high roll. Like, we didn't natural everything. We got no econ augment. We have to play for top 4 aggressively. Like, we are not winning this lobby by any means. So we need to roll down here and stabilize as much as possible. Rotate into the Diana board, which, yeah, this guy did hard force Diana, which is crazy. And they missed on Diana 3, so I think we are going to kill them there. Huge win for us to save some extra HP. And 2 people drop down here. All of a sudden, top 4 becomes kind of realistic. We're going to continue to just donkey roll every single round here, trying to find this LeBlanc 2, and boom, there it is. We still have the Arbiter in, by the way. Arbiter with the LeBlanc and with the Leona that we fit in there, and that goes all the way back to 2-1 when we got the Arbiter in and took an attack speed Arbiter. It's kind of awkward that we have no AP on this this LeBlanc, but I mean, you got to build what you got to build, right? You can only play the game that's in front of you, not the game that you want. So ideally, you know, it'd be like an AP Arbiter, or we would have got an AP item with this attack speed Arbiter, but hey, that's life. Rotating to Dish Soap's board, who's got a lot stronger now. I think he just, I think last time we fought Clone, his board was, he didn't have all the items slammed here. That's fine. We take item Anvil here, looking for just like a Nunu item, and yeah, it'll be Steadfast Heart here, which will be the slam here. All right, we got Dasik in our pool here, and Tomino. If we could beat either of these players, we will guarantee a top 4 this game. Well, beating Dasik definitely will. And Dasik also kind of playing this AP flex. He actually moves Nunu back so he doesn't get blown up here, and does swap sides onto the Yi here. He doesn't actually do the full positioning to snipe the Yi, but he does do a lot of damage to frontline here. This board looks insanely scary though, so we do at least kill a lot of units, lose the fight, drop down 1 HP, but look at that. Dasik is dead. It's a top 4 locked in. I mean, I think a lot of players would not be able to play this game into a top 4. I think a lot of players, and also, wow, we actually find the Nunu 2 here, which is actually huge for us. A lot of people in this spot would certainly bot 4 because they wouldn't have played stage 4 as cleanly here. They would have just not put the entire game plan together, not taken the augments that Broseph took here. We actually do laser beam the ribbon there, though I don't know if we can beat this double Corki set. Actually, we do. Yeah, we win this setup here. Not to give us hopium, but Clamu down to 14 HP. I mean, if we could win one more, we actually might top 3, which is so crazy. Really wish we were rolling more combat off Thresh's Boon, because gold is kind of useless to us at this point here. We'd love to roll some combat here. We have the open item actually on the Leona here, which is, it's kind of bad. I mean, we're gonna get a remover here, so ideally we'd roll a 6 here and get an extra item here. We do get double vow, which is really nice here. Oh, and we do get a cloak here, so we can make, I guess, just a spark here, which is not amazing, but hey, it's something. Pick up Bard here, but he's not really stronger than anything that we have on our board. You know, normally, like I talked about, in that spot that LeBlanc is in, you can fit Bard, but we're certainly not cutting a LeBlanc 2 for a Bard. Swap the Nunu over here to get good positioning to CC the board, but I think Dish Soap's Sword might have too much damage with that Nami 2 on it. He has the Ascension as well. I mean, we do a lot of work there, but we do end up losing here. Clamu actually loses as well. I wonder, Loki, if we'd saved a little bit of HP, I mean, a lot of bit of HP, we would have had to win one fight that we lost. This could actually have been a top 3, but I just thought this was a really cool game. It was a very, like, not high roll game, just out here, just working hard for your top 4s, which I think are some really, really cool games to VOD review. And also, yeah, just shout out to Broseph playing all of this AP flex. Once again, I feel like the meta opened up so much in this tournament, which was so cool to see. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, like, comment, and subscribe. Liking the channel helps me out. It's also free. You guys know everything. Once again, if you could scan that QR code and download Marvel Strike Force, it would actually help out the channel a ton, like actually a ton. Sponsors see this kind of stuff, see people who interact with it, and that makes them more interested in working with me in the future. And if you play the game some more, you have higher odds of getting free coaching. See all the details in my Discord there, but it's something, once again, completely free that you can do that is actually makes it significant. Even just like one person watching this here, if you do that, it will help out the channel and me in my full-time journey a ton. So I would very much appreciate if you did that. And then last, of course, my Menify down below for all my coaching. And yeah, that's gonna be it. All right, see you guys tomorrow for Tactician's Trials. Hopefully, in my next VOD review, I am coming off a victory lap of doing well in day 1 of Trials. And hopefully Broseph continues to do well in the tournament as well. All right, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching as always. Bye-bye.